Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Super Tees live stream. In today's episode, I will be playing the Midnight Beta once again because I'm really trying to find a specialization that captures my heart enough that I actually want to commit to it as my main specialization. But assuming that the gearing up and gameplay goes the same as it kind of has been for the past couple expansions, I'm assuming I'll be able to at least have like an alt or maybe multiple alts if I end up making a mistake on the class that I end up choosing here. But I'm hopefully not going to make that mistake with enough testing and playthroughs here. And obviously I'll be reviewing my thoughts on them to help you guys as far as making your selection for what specialization's looking the most fun or the most strong, whatever your goals happen to be. That is the aim of the channel. Now I do think that they just did some class changes. So we might actually be starting things off reviewing those class changes right off the rip, because they could be very pivotal, very critical to which class is actually going to be that strong. So let's open these things really quick here, get them all up and running. And I got to press the record button so we can get a YouTube video going for this. All right, let's press record here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another Super Tees video, and Blizzard has released another round of class tuning and changes for the next expansion, Midnight. It's important to keep tabs on these to see the direction of your specialization, which one you might be locking in on for a main, because obviously if your class is really strong right now, you're probably going to get nerfed. If your class is really weak, you're probably going to get buffed. And you kind of want to be the weakest right when it launches and not the strongest right when it launches. And following these changes can kind of help you pinpoint which one's going into that position. And sometimes there's mechanical changes that can change how fun a class is as well. And if you want to make sure that you're staying up to date with news related to World of Warcraft, educational and entertaining content, then make sure to smash that subscribe button. Your support is appreciated as always. So let's get started here for Demon Hunter. The Annihilator. For Vengeance Demon Hunter specifically, your Voidfall Meteor damage is being increased by 20%. I'm honestly not surprised to see them buffing this. I think that the Fellscarred, or whatever version it is called now, was actually kind of on the weaker side, so I'm really not surprised, although I don't think we see any changes for Devourer Demon Hunter, which is what I was wondering if they were going to touch. But Meteoric Rise now increases Fell Devastation damage by 25, up from 15%, and Celestial Echoes now increases Fracture damage by 30, up from 5, and Dark Matter Meteor Shower damage has been increased by 20%. So across the board, Annihilator looking a little bit more appealing now for Vengeance Demon Hunters. For Eldrazi Reaver, Reaver's Glaive damage is being reduced by 26% on Vengeance. Fury of the Eldrazi damage is being reduced by 13%, and Warblade's Hunger damage reduced by 25%. Wounded Quarry effect now 15% of physical damage, down from 20. So a little bit of a hero talent readjustment with this change for the tank spec Vengeance on their hero talent tree. For Havoc, we've got Burning Blade effect increased to 35% of ability damage, up from 30. So another buff. And I'm very surprised to see changes like this going through into PvP as well. Just 10% damage increase across the board for Havoc. Glaive Tempest now activates when Blade Dance strikes 3 or more enemies, down from 4. That's a lot easier to get 3. Glaive Tempest now consumes only 25 Fury, down from 35, but its damage is being reduced by 25%. So you're going to be able to activate it in more situations, but it's going to do less damage. For Vengeance, Shattered Souls now causes soul fragments to heal for 6% of the recent damage, down from 7. And Thick Skin now increases armor by 150%, up from 130. So a lot of these tuning adjustments aimed almost 100% at Mythic Plus and likely raid tuning. We'll have to wait probably until much later into the beta cycle for like very PvP oriented stuff. For Preservation Evoker, all of your spells and abilities are being reduced by 6%, at least healing. It's kind of worded weird here. Emerald Blossom healing is being reduced by 15%. Living Flame damage and healing increased by 25%. Disintegrate damage increased by 25%. Fire Breath damage increased by 25%. And Reverberations causing Verdant Embrace to heal for an additional 60% over 8 seconds, up from 30. So all of your abilities reduced, but then a significant portion of them also being buffed, and your damage is getting increased by an ample amount as well. For Paladins on the hero talent side, Herald of the Sun, Eternal Flames cast animation has been updated. Curious to see what that animation looks like. For Protection, Guardian of Ancient Kings cooldown is being reduced to 180 seconds from 300. Ardent Defender's cooldown is being reduced to 90 from 120. Word of Glory is getting increased by 100%. Aegis the Light will increase your armor by 55%, up from 20. Armor granted by Shield of the Righteous is being increased by 30%. You guys must have been featherweight tanks, bro. What is these? Are giga buffs. Light of the Titans causes Word of Glory to heal for an additional 40% over time, up from 20. And Solace causes Consecration to heal for 300% of its damage done, up from 100. I feel like Prop Paladin just got really sick in PvE at least, and probably PvP. I oddly enough, I played against one on the beta, and it looked pretty good. So like with this on top of that, like, I mean, across the whole game, this thing probably looking pretty gnarly. For Warlock, for the Hellcaller, blackened soul damage is being increased by 30%. And for Affliction, Mark of Xavius now increases agony damage by 30, up from 20. And through the Fellvine, now increases unstable affliction damage up to 8%, up from 4. So a little bit of a hero talent tree rebalance for Affliction. For Destruction, through the Fellvine will now increase Chaos Bolt by 8%, up from 4. And your Wither is going to do 20% more damage. Now that one is very important here. I think with the Malevolence proccing from Hellcaller, unless I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Hellcaller is the one with Malevolence. This is going to be pretty juicy to be playing Hellcaller. For Soul Harvester, though, also getting buffs. Demonic Soul damage increased by 100%. Wicked Reaping damage increased by 150%. Soul Anathema damage increased by 50%. So just Warlock buffs again, bro? You guys can't keep getting away with this, man. You guys just get buffed every single patch. Call of the Week has been updated. Casting Unstable Affliction or Seed of Corruption reduces the cooldown of your Dark Harvest by 1.5, down from 3. However, Dark Harvest is going to do 300% more damage. So they're kind of going after your cooldown reduction, but making it more impactful. Wrath of Nathriza's Summon Desperate Soul damage is being increased by 100%. Shadow Bolt and Drain Soul damage increased by 60%, but not in PvP. See, they're doing some stuff in PvP, but like the Havoc Demon Hunter stuff, I'm just like, really? That's going to increase your damage by 10%? But Unstable Affliction will be increased in PvP by 15%. It'll be increased across the whole game. Agony damage is being increased by 30%, but not in PvP. Malefic Grasp is being increased across the board by 150%. Summon Dark Glare damage is being increased by 100%, but not in PvP for this one. And Corruption will be getting a 50% damage increase as well. So pretty good patch to be a Warlock, at least for Affliction. What about Demonology? Hellbent Commander has been updated. Your demons deal 1% increased damage for each demon you control, down from 2. Dominion of Argus and Tauren Jailer damage reduced by 20%. Dominion of Argus and Tauren Inquisitor damage increased by 100%. Summon Doomguard damage is being reduced by 25%. Wild Imp damage is being reduced by 10%. And Hannigal Dan damage is being reduced by 25%. So significantly across the board being nerfed, except for the Dominion of Argus and Tauren Inquisitor. And I don't know if that's enough to compensate for that, because everything else is a pretty significant loss. And, you know, this is sizable. When this happened to Elemental, it felt like Elemental Shaman fell off a cliff. So, bit concerned for Demonology. For Destruction, Chaos Bolt will be increased by 25%, but not in PvP. Echo of Sargeras damage will be increased by 150%. And that's your Apex talent, just extra proc damage. Overfiend is getting buffed by 30%. Incinerate is getting buffed by 20%. Conflagrate is being buffed by 20%, but not in PvP. And Shadowburn is being buffed by 100%. And Shadowburn functions completely different now. It's an execute. So hopefully it'll feel like an execute with that buff. So Destruction, Affliction, Demonology, not so much. For Warrior, we've got Slayer. Opportunist's damage and critical strike damage of the next overpower reduced to 10%, was 25%. So a little bit less damage here on Slayer. For Fury, Opportunist damage and critical strike damage of the next Raging Blow is reduced to 10% from 25%. So Fury and Arms both getting hit on their Slayer side. For Arms, for Crushing Combo, it's being updated. Colossus Smash causes your next 3 cleaves within 20 seconds to trigger no cooldown. I mean, that sounds fun in Mythic Plus or something. Just spamming out a bunch of cleaves. For Fury Warrior, the Fury talent tree has been slightly rearranged, and some talents have changed positions. We are aiming to make pathing through the Fury tree easier and to open up more build options. We've streamlined the first gate to make pathing through the middle of the tree less onerous, and redesigned a few talents to reduce the amount of pressure the tree put on players to specialize into Raging Blow or Bloodthirst, or the exclusion of the other. Sadly, I wonder if this is just a pointless fight, because it's just going to be auto-locked later, but let's see what they tried to do. Cruelty has been updated. While enraged, Bloodthirst and Raging Blow. Previously, it was only Raging Blow. Deal 5%, 10% additional damage, but it's being nerfed from 10 to 20. So it'll increase more of your kit, but by a smaller margin. Improved Bloodthirst, renamed to Spite and has been updated. Bloodthirst and Raging Blow. Previously, this was only Bloodthirst. Damage and critical strike damage increased by 2.5 to 5%, down from 5 to 10. So it seems like, I mean, would it not be considered kind of interesting that you could build for Bloodthirst or build for Raging Blow? And now it's just, everything just goes up rather than being specialized. Blood Craze has been updated. Raging Blow increases the damage of your next Bloodthirst by 5%, stacking up to 5 times. I mean, Raging Blow is such a substantial cooldown. I don't know if you'd ever get it that many times. But okay, so a little bit of an interesting mechanic. We got some interface changes and then some additional class changes down below as well. Larger house sizes are now available in the Edit House Exterior. That's a good one. Added the midnight game credits. Okay. New accessibility feature for combat audio alerts. You've added support for announcing that you are targeted by an enemy. Oh, that could be useful in PvP. If you wanted to know someone targeted you. Added chat / commands to enable and disable combat audio alerts as well as access its options. New interface for damage meter. Each damage meter window can now be assigned a different segment, reverting a previous change. The full background style has been removed and will instead be controlled by the background opacity slider. It's just more customization on the UI. Cooldown manager. They added support for visual alerts, including marching ants and a flash in various colors. What the hell does that mean? Marching ants. I'm gonna have marching ants on my screen? What is that? They've added border colors to indicate debuff type for magic poison for tracked items. Tracked items? I'm assuming that's on the party frame. I thought they should have done that to begin with, but they did like the whole frame changes color. I was thinking just like a border, like a purple border. Like, oh, they got a curse, purple border, green border, or something like that. But the thing is sometimes there's poisons and stuff you don't care about removing, and then there's like a high priority one that you do. So if you see that everybody has poisons, but there's a more important poison, you can't differentiate it. There's a bit of an issue there. Add-on interface made improvements to allow unit frame add-ons to show heal prediction and absorbs on custom unit frames. Okay, so the whole like add-on thing, like you're gonna be able to still customize them. So those customizations didn't have that feature. Now they're going to, I guess. Made improvements to allow add-ons to more easily show channeled spells in custom cast bars as well. Okay, and then we got this update here that came through from Mage. Developers notes, Touch of the Archmage has not been hitting the notes we wanted it to, both in gameplay and tuning. So we're buffing up the last node and redesigning the first node to no longer increase the Touch of Magi charges and putting that budget into the Touch of Magi's burst window instead. Apex Talents updated. Touch of the Magi increases the damage your target receives by 20%. This sounds like a Swifty one-shot macro. Second node now additionally increases arcane missile damage by 10 to 20%. And the third node now deals 50% of the Touch of Magi's accumulated damage up from 25. So rather than having two of them spread out for more sustain, you get one big commitment. Which, I mean, Arcane is supposed to be like to me at least, like a burst assassin. So that fits better, but I'm surprised that they're going that direction with it when they wanted to move away from kind of like cooldown modifier stacks like that. For Paladin, for Herald of the Sun, for Ret, Walk into the Light no longer consumes a charge to cast Blade of Justice at 100% effectiveness. And for Retribution, Crusading Strikes now decreases your auto attack speed by only 35%, down from 50, which is important because auto attacks are going to be a very significant portion of melee DPS's damage. So taking this talent is not going to hamstring you too much now. For user interface and accessibility, in the cooldown manager, icon padding can now be set to 0. The hell is an icon pad? Is that the space between them? I'm gonna have to fool around with that here on the next one. But that is it for the updates here. I don't know if we are going to get any more updates because to my understanding from some people that I've heard is that Blizzard might be going on vacation. I don't know how many, if they take, some of them are, not other ones, or what's going on. But it might be a bit until we get an update from this, or a beta build from this point. So a little bit concerning just because it feels like the expansion is going to be rolling in pretty soon. But I understand the sentiment for taking time off for the holidays. So we'll have to wait and see what the future holds from here. But some very big buffs to check out on the build. I think especially for Affliction and Destro, I'm gonna have to, because I've been eyeing Affliction, so I might have to give that one a go. But that's it for this breakdown. Thank you guys very much for tuning into the video, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, live stream, we're back. The pre-recorded content has been pre-recorded. I'm sorry if I ignored any of your messages. Let me see if I can catch up on everything that's happened since I came in here. You found the changes? What's up, Nurtured? A highlighted a moving border. How dare they have a life? Wait, I just got here. Are you already done? No, I'm not ending the stream. I was just recording a video to put up. No, I was just recording it live because I already had the stream live, and then I noticed that there were class changes, and it was like, I'm not going to turn my stream off and turn it back on to record the video. We're just not going to do that. I'm just going to record it while we're live, and I just got to pump it in here into my little editor and pump it, paste it out, and then upload it, and then I'm going to try some Resto Druid again. Try some Resto Druid again today for the initial part of it. I think I'm going to try some Warlock. Given those buffs, assuming those buffs are live, that seems like Affliction will be really good. But let me just quickly pump this into my editor. Where the hell is this, dude? This is what it's like when you're a one-man show. You don't got an editor. You don't got nothing. You do everything. You record, you produce, you edit, you upload, you create thumbnails. You do it all. And Blizzard has released another round of class tuning. I have that. The audio is okay, I think. Changes. Yeah, the audio is decent. All right, we export this. Got rid of the little thing at the beginning. Where's the export button? Export. Smile for the thumbnail, chat. All right, we're exporting that. We can queue up a game while that's going on. Maybe I need to because this is going to be an issue if this doesn't get fixed before they go on vacation. And I don't know if they've already gone on vacation, but let's hopefully, I don't know if this bug will get fixed or not, but like I've done everything that I can, you know. I've done my best. They haven't given out the beta keys. What do you mean? They gave a bunch of beta keys out. They gave me keys to give out. They've given a bunch of keys out. They're doing like random community events all the time and giving out keys. What are you talking about? Hola, Lazi. Why is it the majority of alleged PvPers in WoW only play for their 18 MOG and then never queue again until the next 6 months? I'm curious as a new player for what some veteran insight may be. That's how every single player in World of Warcraft plays any mode of the game. PvP, PvE, doesn't matter. The majority of people in WoW play for a FOMO reward on their account and then they stop because that's all that's motivating them to play it. The majority of people playing WoW are not playing because they actually are intrinsically enjoying the game. While those might overlap, it's obviously not over the long term. Their main incentive is a limited time reward, and then it might also be fun. But sometimes it might not even be fun. The limited time reward is the main driver. Yeah, no rewards, no one plays. It's the same skin? Yeah, but it's not. It's limited. Like, this is just basic human psychology. It's scarcity. Not many people will have that set. So if you have that set will go away forever, and you will have something that other people don't have forever. It's the same reason why in RuneScape, party hats, I think they're called, and maybe some other items I haven't played in a while, they're very rare and exclusive, and they cost billions of gold. And the reason that they are is because there's no more of them. There's no copies of them. Humans desire things like that, whether they're pixels. It's the same reason Bitcoin has any value right now. People desire those things to make your account feel more special, more unique. So that's the main incentive. Now, again, that can overlap with the fact of, like, the content can also be fun, and the set, you can also like it because it's a cool set. You know, those things can remain true at the same time, but I would say the main driver for participation is the limited time effect. For example, take Legion Remix, right? People are playing that because all the rewards are going to go away. As soon as the majority of the players got the rewards that they want from it, they're going to stop. Now, they might have had fun, you know, one-shotting everything and running around, but obviously not enough that they wanted to keep doing it after they got the rewards. So the main driver was the rewards. And in my opinion, that's why PvP participation has been going down. It's just because there's no substantial, like, item reward from PvP for the majority of players. I mean, again, you can. So, this is just the majority of players. You guys watching me are not the majority of players. You guys are like the minority who are like watching and trying to get better and like care and just enjoy playing the game. You're the minority. For the majority, World of Warcraft is just a to-do list to get rewards that are eventually going to go away. And they get their dopamine from completing that checklist, and then when the checklist has been done, they got other checklists that they got to fill out. Searching for a main class like it's not going to be a druid or a shadow priest? Hey. Hey. Just because you think you know me doesn't mean you know me. Okay? Luckily, I won't ever check the last thing on my list. I guess. I mean, that's good. That means you always have something to play for, right? It's like the same issue in life, right? A lot of people just have checklists, like get my hot wife and get my big house and get my big, nice, expensive car and they're just playing life for the checklist. And then when they get all of the checklists, if they've only been playing for the checklist, then they don't have anything and they're depressed. Because they've just been playing to fill out the checklist. I was pretty set on Windwalker until I tried Shaman. I think Shaman looks cooler personally, but I've never really been a big fan of Monk. As a new player, I feel that right now in Solo Shuffle, I'm only queuing against high-rated players on a fresh character and getting absolutely demolished. but I'm still going to 1800 because of inflation. It's going to feel disgusting to get ret set, and I probably won't even wear it. Yeah, but you're still going to go for it because it's eventually going to go away. These are just like basic human psychologies. These systems are why the game is still around, though. A lot of other games don't realize that you can't just make a cool or fun game. That's not enough. How are void discs applying atonement? You have a new ability called Plea, which is just an instant heal that applies atonement. And you still have Radiance. Do we have BBP and BBF? I don't know what those are. Big debuffs, they're trying to bake it into the game baseline. It seems like that's what they're trying to do. I don't know what Omni Aura is, though. But then you eventually reach the end game stage like me, where I'm not even really like driven by FOMO rewards either, because I know that eventually I'm gonna die or the WoW servers are gonna shut down, and then they don't matter either. So like your brain goes through like phases of what like motivates you and what gives you dopamine, and as you're exposed to different things and your level of consciousness increases, you start to not care about those things that you did previously. You'll have to watch Pika's TBC arena testing. What, on YouTube or something? What do you think of Mage? I mean, I think Frost and Fire are probably serviceable. I'm not a big fan of Arcane. Playing to learn the class and still wearing Season 1 Ret Tima. I think it looks decent enough. I mean, yeah, you can play and learn the game. You say that you're playing against good players or whatever, but that's actually a good way to get better at the game. Like, you don't, like, no one ever got better at something by playing against trash opponents. That just never happened. It will never happen. People get better. Like, I was told, like, you never want to be the smartest guy in the room, for example. You never want to be the best arena player in the arena, because you're not going to learn anything. Now, if all you care about is rating, then yeah, you want to be the best person in the lobby, because otherwise you might lose. But if you care about getting better at the game, then you shouldn't be angry that there's better players in the lobby. Can't remember what I named my video that I just did. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, we got another one in here. Okay, let's get the title and get the thumbnails in here. Hopefully there's cues on here. I don't know if there are. You wouldn't want to put 8th graders against LeBron James. Again, it depends on what the context is. If LeBron James is there and they're taking it from an experience of learning, you might want to. But if it's literally the goal is win the game, then no, you wouldn't want that. You can't tell me you wouldn't want to have a basketball game against LeBron James to see what he's capable of, what he can do, and if you could learn anything fighting against him. Like, Goku never looked for fighters who were weaker than him. He never wanted that. He would never want to fight somebody weaker than him to test his ability and to get better. He would always want to fight somebody stronger than himself. Also, that example I don't think is happening. I don't think you're having 8th graders against LeBron. Outside of maybe an unlucky, like, first game where LeBron is smurfing on a 5th ult and he hasn't got his MMR yet, and you had to play one game against him. But it's like, that might be one game where that can happen. It's not every game. Well, yeah, leveling. I mean, I kind of my biggest, this is my biggest worry about the game in the future, is that they're just gonna dumb everything down, turn the game into a loot pinata, and so that way it doesn't matter that the leveling doesn't teach you anything, because then the end game is exactly the same as the leveling. Basically, turn it into everything is Legion remix. You just doesn't matter. Just here we go. Yeah, it cleared, and people are only playing because they're addicted to the slot machine loot and the limited time rewards. That's like my biggest nightmare, is that the game is somehow transformed into that. But to be legit, like to be fair, I actually think that probably would be making them more money, because there's just way more people who suck than there are people, and well, I should say suck and don't care about getting better, than there are people who are either good or care about getting better. They're just outnumbered massively. So maybe it is just better to just turn the game into a loot pinata slot machine simulator with pixels. Might be possible that that's the better route. You're gonna show me a picture of an 1800 player queuing into a multi-gladiator and shuffle. But like, if you were an aspiring chess player and you wanted to be the best chess player ever, and you got a chance to play against Magnus Carlsen, you're telling me you would turn it down? There's no way you would. I mean, if you can't see what your opponents are doing better than you, then you're just incapable of learning regardless of who your opponent is. Like, if your opponent is equally skilled to you, equally bad, and you can't learn anything from what they're doing, then it doesn't matter if they're equally bad or 10 times better than you. You can't see what they're doing better than you. That just means you're incapable of learning or getting better. What do you mean I see no mounts? I only see a hunter in every game. Wait, what do you mean? What do I mean? Are you why? Sometimes people type in the YouTube chat and I swear they're watching the stream at like a rewinded segment or something. It just depends on what your goal is. If you're queuing up 1800 games with the intent of getting to 1800, you wouldn't want LeBron James in your game. Because yeah, he's going to stomp you and you're not going to be able to get to 1800. But if your goal of queuing up was I want to be the best player, then I would damn sure not turn down an opportunity to play against LeBron to see what the hell he does. Like up close and personal to see what he does. It just depends on what your goal is. And there's no way in hell that you're queuing every single game into LeBron. Like I said, it's probably going to happen maybe to one guy out of 100 once. And it's because Big Dam made his 11th enhancement shaman, who's starting at lower MMR, and he gets one game before he 6-0s it and then moves on to the next one. How do you learn any more or less from someone marginally better than you or massively better than you? You'll just feel less bad maybe about how you got shit on, but you're still going to lose. That's what I don't understand. You feel like shit because you lost either way. If someone's marginally better than you and you lost, you might like feel like shit. And someone's massively better than you, you feel like more shit, I guess. The Q on the beta is not looking too hot right now. I made a healer deliberately to try to see if I could get games, and I don't know what's going to happen. I almost guarantee you, if you're an 1800 rated player and you've queued up your first solo shuffle, if someone's marginally better than you, you're still incapable of understanding why they're better than you. I still think you would be. Because again, that's a learning issue. But like I said, if your goal is winning, getting the rating, and getting the reward, it'll feel like shit because LeBron will stomp you. But if your goal was to try and learn from him and be like, oh my God, okay, I fought against LeBron on Warlock and he did this and it really owned me. What can I do next time so that doesn't own me? That's how you need to think, number one. And then when you queue up into a Warlock that isn't LeBron, you're going to know all of his tricks. If anything, if you're queuing up against a Warlock who doesn't know what he's doing, he's not going to do anything right. And you're not going to learn how to play the game properly. And let's say you beat him and get to a higher rating, and then you fight a lock that's better than you again, who's doing things properly, but now your strategies against the bad player don't work against him. So you're still going to have a problem, bro. You're still going to have a problem. You guys aren't even using any specific examples. Here's the best example. You fight a Destruction Warlock that knows how to Infernal double Mortal Quill because they're a higher rated player. And that's the reason they got the higher rated player, because they know how to do that combo. Versus you queued a first game into a Destrolock who doesn't know how to do that. It's a completely different game. You're going to beat that Destrolock who's not playing the game right. And then you're going to gain rating, and eventually you're going to fight the Warlock who is playing the game right, and you're eventually going to have to learn that lesson. So it's like inevitable. The issue is your ability to look at what happened when you lost and try to figure out how to make that not happen in the future. And that's all that matters. If your goal is to care about getting better at the game, if that's your goal, like I said, if your goal is to get 1800, get the elite set, and never play the game again, then yeah, you wouldn't want LeBron in your game. You would want the most idiotic people in the game ever that just don't do anything and die instantly because that's all you care about. Just get 1800 and I got it. You wouldn't want to fight anybody even marginally better than you. You would just want it to fall over. It's not better. I swear it's not better for someone to play. In fact, it's the opposite. You play against someone who's bad. They don't play the game correctly. You learn nothing. And let's say you win and you climb rating. Eventually, you're going to fight someone who is playing the game right, and you're going to have to learn something. But like I said, if your imperative is to feel dominant, like you're the top biggest fish in the pond, then yeah, you wouldn't want LeBron because he's a bigger fish. He'll make you feel like a small fish. You wouldn't want him. And I do think that losing to someone very badly might psychologically feel worse than losing to somebody who's marginally better than you. But it's entirely dependent on the individual. I can almost certainly guarantee you, if you're someone who's aimed with the direction of getting better at the game, and you get stomped on by somebody, you're going to go, my God, that guy was fucking sick. What did he do to own me? Whereas if you're a little bitch and you get fucking smashed, you're just going to be like, why is he in my game? It's not fair. Oh! And it's completely different mentality. It's just a completely different mentality. Like, it just depends on what angle you're coming at the situation from. But it's also an independent mentality. It depends on who you are. But I almost guarantee you the guy who goes, is not going to go anywhere in life. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to advance anything ever. They're just going to be miserable, and they'll probably go on forums all the time talking shit about everybody else. Like, it doesn't matter. Do I think if someone's massively better and you lost them, it might feel worse? Yeah, it might. But again, it depends on you. It depends on how you've been raised. It depends on your own personality traits. It depends on a lot of stuff. Now, I think what you're trying to do is say that, like, if you fight against someone marginally better, then you learn more. But I don't think you learn more, because the person who's if you're bad and the person's marginally better than you, they're also still bad. They're not doing things correctly. You're not learning things properly from them. Like, if you, like, I don't do kickboxing, but let's say you got in a kickboxing match and you're fighting against somebody marginally better than you, but he's not kicking properly. Eventually you're going to fight an opponent who's kicking properly, but you played against somebody who's not kicking properly and you're going to get your ass beat. So eventually you have to learn the lesson. I'm telling you, eventually you have to learn the lesson. These lame rants are killing your channel, bro. Relax. You know what's not killing my channel? Just permanently banning you. Oh. To get there eventually, that means you improved. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Angry Gamer? Like, we're having a discussion about game design philosophy, right? Now, I don't think LeBron should be spam queuing into 8-year-olds. I don't think that should be an option. I'm just saying, if it does happen, which it happens like one person out of 100 every once in a while, and you get owned, you can either view it and just be upset by it and annoyed by it, but I don't think it's like this rampant thing. But like I'm telling, it just depends on the individual, and it depends on their goals. If you're just trying to get 2400, yeah, you wouldn't want Aegis in your game every time, because he's going to stop you from getting 2400. But if you want to become the best damn player you can, fighting at Aegis is eventually going to forge you into the best damn player, or you're going to give up. Do you think that like Goten would have learned more training with Master Roshi or with Gohan? If it's going to be eventually irregardless, I think it's faster. If you play against someone who's just randomly bad, you don't learn. I swear you don't learn anything. You don't learn anything. You just happen to be better at one thing than them. You do more damage than them. You win and you move forward. You have to eventually face someone who's playing better than you, because there's always someone that's going to play better than you. Whether they're massively better than you or just slightly better than you, there's eventually you're going to hit somebody that's better than you, and you're going to lose. So should you not ever have to queue into anyone that's better, like massively better than you? Should no one ever be allowed to be massively better? Now, do I think that most people are pretty weak-willed and they will give up? Yes, I think the vast majority of people are. I think that's why competitive games online are starting to fade away. But like compromising the integrity of a competitive game to try and make someone feel less bad when they lose is not working either. The genre is just dying because there's way too many people online that just want safe spaces. They just don't want their feelings hurt. They don't want to feel bad. They don't want to feel dominated. They're not interested in feeling better. They want it. What's ironic about it, the oxymoron, is that they want to feel dominant, but they don't want to do the work to feel dominant. But they want to feel dominant. So what they do is they find the substitutes in the artificial dominance and the fake dominance in all of the systems that's being provided to them online, rather than actually doing it. No one is arguing feeling except for you. Then what the hell are we arguing? We're arguing like, I don't think that LeBron should be spam queuing into 8-year-olds. I don't think smurfing should be allowed. But at the same time, I can also think that playing against somebody who's really good is likely going to make you play the game better because you're going to learn way more playing against somebody that's good. I can think both of those thoughts at the same time. What's up? Please don't cry, baby. I don't think the gap is as big as you make it out to be, man. Especially in WoW PvP. Comparing WoW PvP to what were you comparing it to? Some freaking like university. I don't think the difference between them is that much. Now what can feel like a big difference is if you're in full honor gear, you queued up your first game and you're playing against someone in full epic gear. That is complete waste of time. You will learn nothing from that. Because you're not losing because of your inability to play the game. You're losing because the enemy character has 10,000 more stats than yours. To me, that's a waste of time. No, the gap is not that big, bro. I know people who are literally full-time doctors. They go to the gym, they have hot wives, and they're multi-rank 1 in WoW. WoW does not, like, WoW's initial gap to get in is pretty large, but, and it's just a knowledge gap. As soon as you have the knowledge, the mechanics of it are not as hard. And like I said, irregardless, if you're someone who's new to the game, it's going to take you a year to learn the knowledge anyways. The one game you played against LeBron doesn't even mean anything. Because it's not, I don't think it's happening that frequently. At least in Shuffle, it's not happening that frequently. If you're going to play 100 games, you got one where Aegis made a new ult, and you accidentally queued into him for one game. Again, if your goal is getting better, that isn't going to matter. You know what I mean? It's not like you guys are making it sound like there's this oppressive brigade and gang of rank 1 players that are just like sitting out the frickin' front door with baseball bats getting ready to beat the shit out of any new player that walks out of the door. But that's not what they're doing. That's exactly what a dude waiting outside my door would say. Like I said, I do think that people smurf in other games, and I don't think smurfing should be allowed. I don't think it should be. But if it happens to you, there's two ways to approach it. You either build up a closet case of paranoia that every single game is that, which it's not, and you don't try and take anything away from it, and you just do nothing, and you give up. But like most of what you need to do well in arena, you can learn out of arena. Like what do you know what your damage rotation is? Like how much DPS do you do? You can only do that on training dummies before you even queue up. And as soon as you've got that pretty down pat, you're like already 70% of the way there. But to be fair, there should be ways for you to practice more things without even queuing against another player, right? Because like when they teach you how to kickbox, like they teach you how to punch against a dummy. They're not just going to throw you in the ring against some other human and you both have never thrown a punch before. Like if that would be fucking weird, no? Well, I mean, there's lots of reasons somebody could be 1400. Someone could be 1400 because they don't care about getting better or they just queue up and they have fun. If you've ever seen that graph of like low rated players and then like most of the people in the middle and then all the top level players, right? And the people in the middle are the most angry and cranky and the people at the low rating are just vibing and the people at the high rating are just vibing. And then most of the people in the middle are cranky because like they're smart enough to like know that they're not the best, but they're not smart enough to become the best. So they're angry about that and they're insecure about it. So the most toxic people are always the mids. By far, the majority of toxic people you will find in video games are mids. They're not the worst players or the best players. They're the mids. Isn't to say that there aren't, one toxic elite person and maybe one toxic really bad person that, there's going to be outliers. But I think the majority of players that are toxic are mid players. Like when you queue 1400, like people probably don't even type messages. And when you queue like ultra rank 1, you might have one dude who types one message, but the majority of people don't even type messages. But if you're queuing in the mid rating, everybody's typing goddamn messages after the game trying to blame somebody else, bro. Sorry, I'm just making a thumbnail. What the hell am I typing? Also, when performance-based outcomes are necessary, toxicity is almost inevitable. Because if you fail, there's a cost. And when there's a cost to something, then people will get upset because they feel like they've lost something. What is the weapon? I don't like the staff particularly either, but it's the PvP staff for Midnight in the first season. What's up, Andronius? Andronius? 2K to 2.4? Yeah, exactly. Mid rating is the most toxic in any game. I will die on that hill. That the vast majority of toxicity that you will encounter comes from mid-level players in any content, any game. You will encounter toxicity at any part of the bracket, but the majority of it will be at mid levels. No, mid rating right now is probably 2200 to 2400 with inflation right now. If you're 22 to 2400, you're mid. That means you're in the middle, which is where the majority of players are, is they're in the middle. Way less people are at the bottom ratings and way less people are at the top. Most people are in the middle. And it's also just a factor of the fact that people are toxic. So the majority of people are in this area is that they're going to be increased level of toxicity. I don't think people are toxic at low rating because they don't know what's going on. Most of the people at low rating are literally just vibing. It's the people who are like just about to get like a gladiator title or something, but they're just not quite good enough. And they're toxic. They're like Vegeta when he wasn't able to get Super Saiyan. Like he's kind of there. He's like kind of close to it, but he just can't get it. And he's super toxic and insecure about it.
It's time for the show. Don't disappoint me.
All right, crap. The game started. I was uploading a video. Now I got to remember how to play, dude. We don't have Giga Tree anymore, dude. Oh, they changed Iron Bark. It shows up in the middle of the frame. Do you see that? Oh, no, dude. I don't think I should have dispelled. Yikes. Jankies! What do I do, bro? I don't know what I'm doing. My life flume seems to heal for a lot, though. Swap the life flume over. My big Reju also heals for a lot. Oh my god. They're swapping out my life flumes, dude. Okay. Oh, I got feared. I feel like my healing got buffed or something. I feel a lot stronger than the last time I played Resto Druid. I'll go for a Tranquility here soon. Behind the pillar.
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me.
Keep dispelling dots. Nobody is getting instant topped. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of the changes they're making. Is that people don't get instant topped anymore, which I think is good. As long as they don't instantly die either. You should just feel like a healer again as opposed to a one-shot prevention person. Oh god, he went behind the pillar or something.
This just means more entertainment for me.
I think he magic buffed him. Oh god, we're getting stressed right now. They changed it so Bark Skin shows up on the frame, which I think is interesting. I'm I hate that I Oh, we might be dead. Even if I wasn't we might be dead.
Oh, so close. This
I have to NS with pleb hots just because I'm What am I dude? No one can die even if I'm What am I just waiting to press a button, dude?
so close. This just means more entertainment for me. I see who the strongest
What's up, Celerix?
for now.
I don't like the colored tints either. I think there's a setting to turn it off, but I don't remember where it is. I legitimately don't know where it is. Oh, this one? They're attacking me. Think I'm that easy to take out, huh? I don't think I can ever Moonfire. It literally just costs so much mana that you can't ever press it. I don't know if I like Ironbark covering the frame like that. I like legit straight up can't even see what health he's at.
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me.
Cranking back up. Oh, knocked me.
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me.
Timing my clones is awkward now. Oh my god, he has counterspells demo, I forgot. So I'm trying not to wild growth as much as I did in case that's why I oomed. My regrowth is such a long cast.
So close. This
Like a
just
bubble.
means more entertainment for me.
Oh crap. Who are they attacking? They're kind of splitting. This is hard to guess who they're attacking. Nice sphere. I gotta focus on healing, dude. I can't do anything else. I want to clone though. And get the Star Surge off. Monka.
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me.
We got him?
I
We got him.
see who the strongest immortals are. For now.
I don't think the pets, maybe there's a way to turn them off, but yeah, I don't like the Ironbark showing up like right on top of the frame, because it's hard for me to even tell how much health the target has. I think this is honestly, I feel like this is an issue with someone who's like designing the UI that isn't using the UI themselves, because like they would, as soon as you played with this, if you used it, you would be like, this doesn't feel right. Like it's nice that I can see it, but like it should be on the side or something, not covering how much health I need to heal on the target. Oh my god, this pally is just going in, bro. He's literally just behind the pillar. Other side of the map. See, I can't even tell what debuffs are on him. I can't, like, it's in such a bad location. If it was off to the left of the frame or whatever,
This just means more entertainment
that'd be fine.
for me.
But like, what the hell? I can't even. Is my rejuve on him or not? I can't tell because that Iron Bark is just smack dab right on top of it. Oh, got trapped. I think my mana was a little better not using Wild Growth. So maybe I'll try not to use it. It kind of just felt like I had to, though, like right now. I hate that his Desperate Prayer is covering up my Hots and his debuffs. Honestly, they should show CC bigger than that, dude. You can know if your healer is CC'd. I guess that maybe is a PvP only thing. I shouldn't have ran on top of the lock with Howl. I don't know if he's on Fear DR or not. He was. Oh my god, I'm stuck. See, like if the Pally had Fear really big, he could know I'm feared, so he can use Sanctuary. That'd be nice.
I see who the strongest mortals are. For now.
Our surgery looks like crap. What do you mean? Performance-wise or gameplay-wise? Clear casting effect Wild Growth. I think that might be considered too OP in PvE. Like Wild Growth is probably like one of your predominant abilities. PvP you almost never press it. How do I like Boomy so far at Midnight? I mean, it just looks the same. I don't know. It just looks the same. Resto Druid plays significantly different. Like significantly different. It feels more like TBC. Which I don't know if that's what they were going for, given that TBC's coming out or something. He just double Verdant Embrace. How did he do that? The Siphon guys, and I'm stunned. Help me out, guys. Tranquility is really strong. What's up, Brecker? Hello, hello. Oh, he might be dead. You have to actually be in a shapeshift form now to use
So
Heart of the Wild.
I did not expect this outcome.
I guess that technically reduces a keybind because you can just use it in the form. Maybe that's good, considering it doesn't do anything out of the form anyways. Well, you can use your toolkit. Like I was able to clone. It's just way harder. I mean, if the opposite of that is everyone's at full health, so all you do is clone, but nothing dies. I don't think that's better. Guys, we need to get on killing these Siphons, dude. I hate that the Iron Bark literally, I can't tell what hots are on him. Bro, I swear Evoker can immune clones so much now. Where's my hunter? Oh my god.
Oh, so close.
He silenced me instantly on that. He's dead.
Entertainment for me.
I don't know where he is, but he's literally behind the pillar. This paladin is always behind the pillar, dude. Bark him and then dispel. He's dead through bark.
This just means more entertainment for me.
I hate that my bark skins are like covering my hots.
Oh, so close.
Yikes.
This just means more entertainment for me.
I'm Dude, I hate when I go
Oh, so close.
I'm not killing Siphene.
Interesting. I did not expect this outcome.
We're not killing the Siphene. Why did that not stun him? Wait, how did I put Feral Frenzy on him? The Claws of Halazi. Was that not me? Dude, what the hell is this Desperate Prayer in the middle of my screen? What is that? Viper Sting? Okay, Marksman True Shot definitely still hits hard. Tree time. Bro, I'm CC'd against this guy for so long. Where'd he go?
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me. Oh, so close. This just I see who the strongest mortals are. For now.
Shadow Priest looks a little good. Just a little good. I mean, PvEers would probably, like, if there was like a set bonus that made clear casting affect wild growth or something, I feel like PvEers would nut, bro. Be like, oh my god. You're telling me I can get clear casting? I do feel like the game feels more like TBC. Like you don't, I don't know. I don't know if it's 100% like that. Like a TBC, you can literally like not press globals for like 5 seconds. I'm not sure if that's how they do it or not. Based on aesthetic, what race would you... Female Draenei. I mean, if I could be... If I didn't have to choose for power for anything, female Draenei. Red skin. Minari. Minari Draenei. 1000%. Is that a good thing? It's just a lot slower. Like, Resto Druid before was just spamming hots the whole time. Like, there was always a hot to put up. Now it's kind of just only switch your hots if you need to, and otherwise the hots are there. Which maybe, I don't know, maybe I like. Because now, I mean, I'm have to, like I said, it plays completely differently. Before it was like thinking about what you were going to extend your hots with from your Swift Mend, but now I feel like you don't play that talent. Because when you Swift Mend, it makes your life blooms trigger really fast. And if you Swift Mend, it consumes a hot, which then makes you have to think about which hot am I going to consume and which hot am I going to put back up. What kind of busted lore? Wait, what do you mean busted lore? What is the best healer? I mean, again, my experience seems pretty limited. But if you're going to hold me at gunpoint and make me give you an answer... I can't remember what they did to Mistweaver recently. It might not be that good anymore. Like Shaman, I think is a safer pick right now for overall, but I think Monk might be better. Slower gameplay does not sound good at all. What do you mean? Isn't it what everybody's asking for? Not to die one-shotty, you know, and just have more time to actually use abilities. I mean, that's what they're making the changes under the pretense of. I thought that's what people wanted. What's up, Bims? I think ultimately what people want is a curve. Like at low rating, you shouldn't be getting one shot. But at high rating, if it's tuned for slow pace, like high rating is just boring. Yeah, exactly. It's literally just a pendulum. Like I've already seen that we've gone through this. Now, I'll be fair, I think this is a pretty good time to go to that point on the pendulum, but it is just a pendulum because I already pruned and then people liked it and some people didn't. And then eventually it was like, oh yeah, we need to add spells back and that'll make people like the game more. And then they added the spells back and everyone was like, yay, we like this. And then after a few years of adding the spells back, they're like, no, this is too complicated. We don't like this. Prune the spells. And then they take the spells away and people in the short term are like, yay, I like this. And then a few years go by and they're like, oh, this is boring now. We need new spells. And it's literally just, cutting and adding spells every like 2 years when people realize they just don't know what the hell they want anymore, dude. Ultimately, it's probably people who are just annoyed that they can't like get good at the game. And so they think it's because the game is too complicated, but then they think it's because the game is too simple, and they're just finding something to blame. No, BFA wasn't slow-paced. So there's a difference here. BFA, nothing happened. No movement is not slow. Nothing happened. That's not slow. Slow assumes movement. BFA was literally nothing happened. What you want is intensity, right? If someone instantly dies, there's no intensity. If someone sits at full health the entire game, there's no intensity. People want intensity. They want, there needs to be more time in between full and zero because that's what builds intensity. Like talking about it as fast or slow is just the wrong way of talking about it. You want intensity. I mean, I like it too right now. The Destro and MM for sure are definitely going to need nerfs, but I don't dislike the War Within. I had fun in Arena and Dragonflight and the War Within. I had fun in both those expansions. Now, there were patches like the Rat Apocalypse and stuff where spec was way too overtuned, but regardless of the pacing of the game, I wouldn't have liked that, you know? Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. If you slow the game down, it's better for low-rated players. So it's like just slow the game down only for low-rated players. Like, why do you have to pick who you're catering to? You have the option to cater to everyone. And how you do that is that dampening at lower ratings is less intense. Like, if you're below 2K rating, dampening isn't as high, and it takes longer to get higher. That will slow the game down at lower rating. But as you get higher rating, dampening gets faster. Because now you're better at reacting to the game and you want a bigger challenge. I don't like this whole, you're catering to the pros, you're catering to the casuals. You can literally make a system that caters to everyone. So that beginners come in and it's a slower game, but pros come in and it's a faster game. There's a way to do that. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be an us against them. It's literally like, what are we doing? What's up, Sin J? Who's trying to get a sub right now to dodge the ads? Who's been going through ad hell and would like to not go through ad hell? Now's your chance. Underwaters. He's underwaters from all the ads. He needs mouth-to-mouth Twitch Prime resuscitation. People at high rating aren't queuing as much because one, the game is old, and any game nowadays doesn't survive very long. And two, the game is imbalanced. Fighting marksman hunters is just straight up boring. It's so OP, it's boring. How is he getting so many verdant embraces? Like I said that before. I need to actually open with cat form. Because I'm not using my Heart of the Wild like ever. Like I may as well not even spec it. I hate that his wall is covered up. I can't tell if my rejuve's on him or not right now. I need to go get like a Feral Frenzy on someone here real quick. Dodge his Sleepwalk. Alright, let's go. Heart of the Wild, Feral Frenzy. Full bleeds, big damage. Actually playing the game this round. And I won. Okay, I can do stuff as Resto Druid. I just need to be brave kitty cat and actually go in. Fern Cutie Pie just got owned. She just got rejected. Are you really gonna hurt Fern's feelings like that, Sinjay? Maybe next time? The cold, harsh reality. You got banned from Warcraft. What did you type, bro? You didn't even thank me? Wait, I didn't? Thank you. I was too busy enjoying my PvP. You know how it is. My old cat finally kicked the bucket. Feels bad, man. Wait, did we just get a hype train started? Is that a hype train? I need to get a train whistle like Venruki has. I feel like a slacker. You guys need a better conductor. I'm a bad conductor. He's gonna fear me. Ugh. I know, guys. Ultimately, why WoW PvP is declining is because WoW in general is not appealing to new players for multiple reasons. It's too expensive, it's old, the perception of the game is bad. Lots of reasons. And the reason it's not keeping players is that players can't play forever, right? They can't like play 5 hours a day and keep their skills up. So usually what happens is people take breaks. But the issue with taking breaks is that when you come back, you have an expectation for your performance. You think you should be a gladiator. You think you should be a whatever, right? You have like an expectation based on what you were before you left, and then that you should be that immediately when you come back. And then when that in your head is not met, you feel bad and you quit. Because in reality, you're not. If you got a gladiator before and you quit for 2 years, you're not a gladiator anymore. You got to work your way back up. But people don't like that, and so they quit. So it's the issue. The real issue is it's not getting new players, but the returning players are also leaving just because they've taken breaks. They come back, they're not as good. They don't like playing the game, feeling like they suck, and then they quit. The new player experience is trash. Well, yeah, there's an infinite number of reasons why the game is bad for new players, for sure. Which all those should be addressed. I can go in for the Heart of the Wild, dude. I'm not even gonna get there. They haven't played since MoP. Yeah, well, if they haven't played since MoP, the game is completely different. So if they were gladiators back then, they might feel bad coming into the season. And for a lot of people, they don't stick past that feeling. They just quit because they feel bad. At least when it comes to returning players. I've had that happen with people who I used to play with at rank 1 levels. Like I'm pretty sure that happened to Sav as he plays Holy Paladin. He took a break, he came back, I played with him, and we were like not rank 1 anymore, and I feel like that like hurt his ego to not be rank 1 like he used to be, and he just disappeared and he stopped playing. Just trinket that, bro. I mean, there's a lot of people who like logging in and building their house, yeah. I'm just saying, like, why is WoW PvP on the decline? This is why I think it is. Game is old. That's already something you're combating against. But that's not the only reason, obviously, because there are other old games that still have sizable player bases, right? So it's not just because it's old. But I do think it is a factor. I also think the ball has been dropped when it comes to WoW PvP a lot, as far as like systems or tournaments. I mean, what do you mean they made it worse? What about this is worse? I mean, this is still a work in progress. And I'm also like not good at the game right now because I haven't played Druid in a while, and I'm playing with no add-ons, so like I'm not exactly, you know, the pinnacle representation of what is possible in the game right now, probably. Like, so rounds like this, I felt pretty good. That was fun. Felt like I was doing something. But yeah, I'm just talking PvP only. I got 1,800 friends who are glad in Wrath. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those are returning players. They got a title because they played the game. Maybe their spec was OP. There's a bunch of other things that go into that. But they come back, the game is nothing like it was, and they haven't played in a long time, so they're rusty, and they're not as good as they were, but that makes them feel bad because they have this image of where they should perform, and they can't match it, and that makes them feel bad, so they quit and give up. And I don't know how you solve that, because it's like a personal issue for them. I don't know how you fix that as a game designer. Wait, they're actually going me? There's no way you guys think you can kill me right now. The disrespect, bro. Respect your elders. Think you can just kill me like this? And you just knock me down like Teldrassil? Huh? Is that what this is? You think I'm just gonna fall over like Teldrassil? It's not. That's not how it works, Jimmy Johns. It's not how it works. I ain't gonna just fall over like that, bro. You ain't got nothing on me, dude. You guys' deeps is pathetic. You call this deeps? You call this deeps? You think this is some big deeps, huh? Think you're so cool with your kicks? And your trinkets, huh? Oh, yeah, you realized it wasn't gonna happen, huh? And you gave up. Cowards. Cowards. Gave up trying to kill me, huh? What happened? You guys were so confident before. You don't think you can take me down? Sorlag is good at kicking. And I also just am not aware that he can kick at times. Well, you guys are trying to kill me again, huh? You really think it do be like that, huh? Okay, dragons can't kick anymore. I forgot. I don't have to actually worry about him kicking me. Oh, no. Did I talk too much shit? I think I might have talked too much shit. Well, maybe we're okay. Maybe we can continue to talk shit. Full club? Trinket's that for sure, right? Yeah, oh, because I kept going. Dude, cloning a trinket is hard. My haste is so low. Nice. Have you narrowed down your choices? Well, I'm trying to pick a healer and I'm trying to pick a DPS right now. Well, fixing the queue times is making more people want to play healer, which is very challenging. Every game has struggled with that. That has like roles. Every game has struggled to do that. You will have long, even League of Legends, which is more people playing. You'll still have long queues if you're not playing the role that is in demand that no one wants to play. I haven't tried Prez yet. No. Is that they reduced micro? I haven't really gotten annoyed by CC yet, and I'm someone who gets very annoyed by CC. So there's that. I guess. Is that good? Here comes CC. Oh, it broke. Yeah, it wasn't even CC, dude. Okay, I'm CC'd. But I think it's okay. It's good that you can at least see they've activated defensives, but I don't like where it's located at all. I keep trying to fake his evoker kick, but he doesn't have one. He'll probably trinket that. He's really low. Oh, I just cloned his rain from above, but it's whatever. I feel like being able to see CC would be nice. I can't kill the Siphon. I don't know who it's on either. I think I need to try and get a Tranquility off over here. Okay. Oh, maybe not good. Are we good? Are we not good? Purged all my hots. That's rude. Faked his kick. How do I know? Because I heard the audio effect, bro. Never thought I'd have to hear the audio effect to know if someone kicked. Oh, CC is very unglamorous. It's a very poopy time to get stunned. Oh god. I just want to press my Heart of the Wild on him, dude. No kicks or heals is the only reason I can climb. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're obviously removing a lot of skill expression by removing things like that, but it's also, do you want to get kicked 30 times in a row? Come on, guys, hit me with your best shot. You ain't got nothing. You guys think you're tough stuff? Huh? You guys think you're tough stuff? That you can take on Treebeard? Treebeard the Mighty? I shouldn't have triggered that. Already he dispersed and I had Iron Bark. How soon is this guy in range to clone? Oh crap, we're dead. Maybe not. Sort of. Maybe. Sleeped. Oh, we're toast, bro. Oh, we're not toast. Good. Happy days. Happy day. Goddamn. I think that this icon is a fear DR, but I'm not sure. Whoops. I mean to bark skin. Oh, Mango kind of hits hard. I'm stuck in bear form for some reason. God damn, that tree proc just came in just in time, bro. Okay. I hate that feign death makes it look like you actually died. Oh, I want to get a big rake on somebody here. I can't. Everybody's just immune. I think I got it up on the hunter. I need to play Maim Stun. Oh, does he have a trap? I don't think so. Nice. Teach healer how to find dispel button. Again, you're blaming exterior things. This is like a common thing that people like to do because it preserves their ego, but are there healers that don't press dispel? Yes, but are there people high rated even despite that? Yes. People who are bad at dispelling isn't stopping you from climbing. I mean, even me when I was raging like 3 days ago and I lost like 3 shuffles in a row, 0-6. And then the following day, I got to my highest rating ever. Because it does happen, but it's RNG and you just go through it, bro. You just go through it, bro. I can almost guarantee you say I can record these games. It's not as bad as you're making it look. And you're probably making as many mistakes. I like it when they're rotting. Yeah, dot damage seems really good right now. Which it has, like, dot damage hasn't been a viable archetype in PvP in a very long time. Five gifted for VOD review. Oh yeah, exactly. See, I'm glad Sinjay's on my side to remind me to ask for money. Because I'm pretty bad at getting money, to BH. You got 3 hours for 10 to 80 and class hall complete. Shaman is ready. Congrats. I kind of want to do the DK on Legion Remix because you get like the skeleton dragon for your house. But at the same time, I just don't know if I care that much. I just don't know if I care that much. The skeleton dragon's the hunter. Wait, I thought it was the Death Knight. Death Knight gets like Cindergosa or something. Gym strat, just keep going. Exactly. You lost, someone didn't dispel, queue again. There's always something you're not seeing, and they probably didn't. Maybe they didn't dispel, but it's whatever. What are you gonna do? Just sit here and complain? You just gonna sit here and complain, bro? I mean, I know it feels good. But we're just gonna sit here and complain, my guy? Considering you just got banned in the Warcraft channel and you're typing like this, makes me think that you are seriously insecure and unhinged. I don't care. Well, that's great. We don't care about you being mad that healers don't dispel. What's up, Laggy? I'm stuck on 2.7k in shuffle. I'm trying my best. You know, honestly, what I swear, watching myself play back, I swear that actually ended up making me play better. When I was doing that, after every shuffle, I was watching how I was playing. Like, maybe we should do that right now with Resto Druid. I can, like, talk you guys through the games instead of just sitting here doing nothing. Yeah, the water today is bad. I'll be honest, the water is bad. My hydration today is bad. But I don't think chugging it is going to help either. Just going to dilute my stomach. Some people aren't trying to learn, though, dude. Some people are literally just trying to get the elite set, and Blizzard knows that. That's why they're just giving them inflation and just feeding them to the rating. I think the vast majority of people don't care about actually being good at the game. They just want the elite set. Now, you're supposed to get good to be able to get it, but if you force people to get good, they just end up quitting. So Blizzard instead just inflates the ladder and eventually gives it to them in the hopes that by them just playing because of inflation, eventually they'll get good. I think is the logic there. Because, I mean, there's so many people at the end of the season, they come in my stream and they're like, bro, I just got Gladiator. Bro, I just got Elite. And they feel really good about themselves, right? And that's because of inflation. If inflation wasn't there, a majority of them wouldn't have gotten to whatever it is the reward is. The sad reality of that is that when the next season comes out, MMR gets reset. So in the first week, you'll be 300 rating lower than you were, and you're going to feel terrible because you're 300 rating lower than where you thought you were. The real way to know if you've gotten better is looking at your ranking on the ladder. For example, I think I'm rank 5 Moonkin on the ladder. So if last season I was rank 1, then I got worse because I'm rank 5. But if I was rank 1000 this season and then I ended the season at rank 500, I got better at the game. That's the only way to know if you got better at the game, is what rank you were on the ladder. Using your rating doesn't tell you if you got better at the game. You think they should make getting Glad harder? Well, they're doing the opposite of that. You really think making Gladiator harder is the solution? I don't know if that's true. It's about making it like challenging, fulfilling, while still being attainable. Like if you put it, I don't know, if you put a carrot in front of a horse's face and never give it to them, they eventually die. I can show you my rank 1 spot in season 1 is Pharaoh. What do you mean? Like you're actual number 1? I've been playing against the same players for 15 years and I'm tired of it. Like I said, I don't even making it easier, I don't know if that's going to change that. The issue is that people don't see it being worth getting good at the game. Like you already put in the time and got good at it, so you don't have to worry about that. But like new people don't see it being worth it. That's the problem. How do you get people to see that it's worth it, you know? That's the selling point that WoW PvP needs to work on. Get people to care about being good at it. It's also the same reason that viewership for PvP content is down. Because if people don't care to get good at it, they don't care to watch someone that's good at it either. Every season it resets. You just want to get 2400 and stay at 2400 forever? I don't understand. It resets so you can get a new mount. Every game resets. This is a stupid argument. Literally, the most popular games reset. I think it has more to do with the fact that it takes a lot of time to get good at it. And it takes losing a lot to get good at it, which people don't want to do. And then again, why should you want to do it, right? It's just a video game. So if there's no actual justification for it, the reason people did it back in the day was because people cared about being good at the game. In Wrath of the Lich King, people cared about being good at the game. It was like a socially accepted thing to be good at the game. Everybody wanted to be good at the game. And now there's not as many people that care about being good at the game. That's the issue. Back then, people did. How did they create that? That's what we need to understand. How did you manage to get so many people to care about being good at the game back then compared to now? Well, I mean, you could put a best in slot PvE piece of gear rewarded from PvP, and now PvEers will play it until they get it, and then they'll probably quit. You could do that to artificially pump the numbers up. I think fundamentally we were also younger. We had higher testosterone. We were younger. We cared about being competitive. Now everybody's in their mid-30s with families. They don't feel like they have enough time. Their reflexes are down. They probably haven't taken care of their body or their brains, have drank alcohol and not worked out. So they're slow and laggy, and they feel bad when they play, and they don't like getting dominated when they used to be good at the game. Fundamentally, I think that's the issue. The current returning players don't care about being good. And it's not getting young players who would care about being good. So why is it not getting new players? It's not because it's too complicated. It's because it's not free to play. That's a huge issue. Like, you're competing against a massive market of games, right? Like, if I'm a new kid on the block and I'm looking at games to play, the only advantage that WoW PvP has is that it's completely unique. That's the only advantage it has. If it wasn't completely unique, if it was like an RTS or a MOBA or why did I say RTS? RTS is dead too. If it was like an FPS or whatever, like, it would have no interest in it. It's just the fact that there is no game like WoW PvP anywhere. You can't get it anywhere. And that's the only reason it gets away with being, you have to buy the expansion and you have to do da-da-da-da. Because as soon as somebody could actually make it free to play and it was as good of quality, everybody playing WoW should move. But again, they won't move. At least the content creators won't move unless their viewership's higher or they can win more from tournaments. In general, the content creators won't move unless they make more money, which means that the game publisher has to basically pay them to get them to consistently stay. Like Fellowship, if Fellowship wants to succeed, they literally need to pay people to stream it for a year or run tournaments that pay more money than Blizzard does for a year to convince people to care to switch. And if Fellowship doesn't do that, Fellowship is dead. Because WoW, why would I switch? I can make more money playing WoW. That's what every Mythic Plus creator is going to say. Even if they genuinely like Fellowship more than WoW, it doesn't matter because they can make more money and have more notoriety and clout from playing WoW, so they will play WoW instead. That's the difficulty with all these new competitive games that come out. These games could be good, but for them to actually significantly switch the player base over, they have to have content creators dedicated for a long period of time. But most of the advanced content creators, the biggest ones, have no loyalty, and they've completely sold their souls. They have no investment in any game. They will just switch to whatever game is paying them the most. So you have to pay them the most if you want to keep them, or you have to somehow organically grow one in your section and then also have them stay, which they're not guaranteed to stay. They might just leave and as soon as they get big, the same way that all the other big content creators leave. So video games are in a really weird space as far as maintaining their player base. When they're new games competing against these established games, you're at such a huge disadvantage. Arena is the only, unless you can make a game that's so good, streamers are willing to play it even if their viewership goes down. But to be fair, if your game is that good, their viewership shouldn't go down. Yeah, exactly. It takes years to make and people quit after a week. I'm telling you right now, if you make new games, like, it's so much harder. It's so much harder than joining a team that already has an established game or an established franchise. Are lock changes live? I kind of feel like the Affliction ones, where Affliction seemed pretty good in the last lobby that I just played.
Do not let the cartel down. We expect a return on our investment.
I did not expect him to fear me. I thought he was going to stun me. I don't know why I would have innervated even if I thought he was stun me, though. That was a bad innervate. Not sure if the talent that where your star search ticks more is actually better, because it makes your hots fall off. God damn, bro, they stopped me. Bro, they don't have add-ons and they stopped me like that. They wouldn't have stopped me like that on retail. Their druid is I think that guy must be pressing wild growth. Trying to get tranquility off here. Why did my Shadow Mode Rake not work? Big Prowl Frenzy on him.
No matter who wins, we profit. No matter who
Nice.
we profit.
You waited 40 minutes for a blitz and then closed the game. Wait, why did you close the game after joining the blitz? Oh, damage meter's not on. I wish it was just on default. Oh god, that is not the right data. Ellie seemed good there. 5 million DPS is pretty good. Oh, he's enhanced. God damn, bro, I didn't even notice he was enhanced. I thought he was Ellie, bro. He's enhanced. It's weird that warriors, like, in duels, they feel really tanky, but in here, I swear they feel squishy. One thing I'll say that, like, I feel like I can not press buttons for, like, 4 seconds and no one will die. Which is obviously good for a new player, because they're not going to press buttons most of the time, right? But again, at higher rating, I feel like it'll be super slow. I feel like there's got to be a better way to like slow the game for new players without completely hamstringing high rating.
Too far away.
Whenever pops. What rating are you? He actually kicked. I thought I could fake him. He's gonna let him die, bro, while he's cloning me. Wait, I can Typhoon that. Oh, no, I can't. What the hell is immune? I'm targeting the Demon Hunter.
No matter who wins, we profit.
Nice. Warrior seems weak. I won, but like he's doing way less DPS. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, they overbuffed corruption, bro. That's what? Corruption. Wither is corruption, right? And when you're Hellcaller, they did way more damage than any of his other dots. Way more. God, this is the game is so easy to tune, my guys. I guess they're just waiting for all the PvE tuning because there's no point tuning PvP if they don't know if the numbers are gonna stop moving for PvE. I feel like I'm getting the hang of Resto Druid though, which is nice.
Victory is clear. Our bargain.
I think there's a couple more things I could do. Like I could probably play Maim Stuns or something. He just NS cloned me, dude. I forgot I can even do that. Wait, do I even have that talent? I don't even have it.
No matter who wins, we profit.
That druid is struggling, dude.
No matter who wins, we profit.
Yeah, you can't see how much damage an ability does, which I don't like. Like, how much is it hitting per tick? Like, I can see the overall, like, hey, Lightning Bolt did a lot of his damage, so did Windstrike, but, like, how much did it hit for? So, Feral Frenzy does 200k damage. So, my opener can do 200k in a hit. That's a lot, actually. I have 600k HP. 200k for one global is a lot.
We expect a return on our investment.
I'll just stand on the shroom with my team here to heal through the rot. Maybe I can't just stand here. It's a lot of AoE. We counterspelled. Can't get it still. Is he playing grounding? I triggered that. I don't even need to rejuve the Demon Hunter. I feel like he'll just self-heal through everything. How much damage does UA do? Nothing? What? Oh shit. The enhance hits hard. UA does not do nothing. Oh my god, the enhance is one-shot here.
No matter who wins, we profit.
And it's cloned, bro. He's dead through blur. He stopped the clone. Oh.
No matter who wins, we profit.
I got tree for him, guys. Maybe we live. Oh, I have so many kicks. It's super hard.
Is clear.
It's super hard.
It's up here.
How does it seems? I mean, I don't know if this guy, what build he's playing. Like, a lot of stuff is still yet to be discovered, right? Like, if I base all of Arms Warriors off just this guy and his build, whether it's his build, his skill, a combination of the two, or what, based on this lobby, I would say Warrior doesn't seem insane. But I don't think he's bad because he stopped the clone on me. So, like, I would have to think that he's not bad. Maybe his talents are bad. I don't know.
Do not let the cartel down. We expect a return on our investment.
Where is he? Oh, double gateway and they still get on him instant. Oh, I give him precog on my clone. What are you doing, my guy? That's intentionally feeding. Reported. Why I feel like the druid literally had someone else playing his account for the first 3 rounds. Now he's getting combo points. He's like running in. Did he like not have keybinds or something? Why do you in-cap all the dots though?
No matter who wins, we profit.
Nice. He let his kid poop play. I feel like he's playing like the first rounds. He was kind of just like running side to side, not doing a lot. And now he's like running in, getting combo points and stunning and like. I feel like his keybinds weren't set up in the first rounds or something.
Do not
All right, McTubbins, this is it. Your moment of truth.
we expect a return on our investment. No matter who wins, we profit.
Oof, nice. You get to record your games now to even know what went wrong. I mean, it was probably always like that. Do you know how many times players probably gaslit their team, telling them things that happened that didn't happen to make themselves seem like they're better? I bet that happened all the time. It probably still happens, bro. I had a Shadow Priest gaslighting me in Solo Shuffle about cloning his damage, which never happened. And he silenced into Aura Mastery and immune to silence on the go that wins the game. It was like, bro, I'm like, literally people are gaslighting and just making. So that's why I think you're probably even making stuff up when you're talking about healers don't press dispel. You're literally probably making it up. Or it might have happened one time and you're just like extrapolating that out massively and erroneously. I kind of want to get some food really quick. And if you think that every single game you play, everybody's gonna play perfectly or whatever at any rating, it's never gonna happen, bro. It's never gonna happen. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. Your beta servers are saying incompatible. You might have to just close everything. Maybe restart, make sure there's not an update. Update. This healer is white knighting. What healer? Who is white knighting? Where did I put my phone? Oh, no. Oh no, a Death Knight, dude. Oh no, the Exploiter. Oh, did he take his gear off? Oh, did they fix it? Maybe they fixed the bug. This guy was exploiting yesterday. We'll find out right now if the exploit is still live or not. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Is he one-shotting the ret? He's literally hitting for 5. Oh, he might be. That feels a little bit fast. He's also getting one shot. So glad he can't kick me, dude. Oh my god, you have no idea. Bit worried. I think they fixed the bug. I'm like 99% sure they fixed the bug. Oh no. Oh no, I bashed into a immune. I think you're good. Oh no, you're lying to me. We're not good. I should have re-stealthed there and stunned him. Nice. I thought they nerfed Eco. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Maybe it is still bugged? His gear doesn't say the thing on it that makes me think it's bugged. I hate that I can't see enemy damage. Like, I have no idea what just killed that guy. I can't look at it at all. Log arena matches? Or do you mean like arena logs? Like, or like raid logs? It's definitely DK damage that killed that guy. Thankfully he sent it on me this game and I'm invincible. Thank God dragons can't kick, bro. It's so nice. Oh, monk damage. I think he's still on DR. It's hard to tell though. Oh, the shroud. Oh, don't waste bash. He just blinked out of range, dude. We're dead. Oh my God, he lived. He's still a bubble. Oh, nice. I don't know if it's intentional. I think it's just because PvEers don't have enemy targets to care about. So why would they develop it? There's no way the DK is complaining. There's no way. What are they? It's a beta. He's playing a DK on the beta and he's talking trash. What? Hello? Okay, we didn't use any defensives. I can't. Is he just AFKing? What's going on? Why is he dying through karma and Ironbark, man? I don't know what's going on, dude. Odds this goes live? Probably 0. To get my phone, put my food in my phone. Okay. Food's in the phone. Gotta log everything. Gotta track everything, bro. I've worked too hard to throw this diet away, dude. I've worked too hard. We're dropping the fat. We're making it happen. All right? Are you guys prepared for the skinny Supa era? Are you prepared for the Supa Slim? Supa Slim Shady. Oh, damn. That was a good one. Love the RP. Who's RPing? These two? Oh, wait, I'm not looking at WoW. You guys think I'm looking at WoW? We got Affliction Lock versus Destruction Warlock. They're both at 50% health. Chaos Bolt's incoming. Big demon summoned in. He calls him. He's launching back. No, he's not. Who will win, says the warrior. Don't steal my job, bro. Haunt. Does he nether ward it? Nope. Drain life. Gets kicked. UAs are up. Chaos Bolts him back. Straight to the booty. Evenly matched. The warrior's disrupting the 1v1. Who wins? Destro or Affliction, guys? Place your bets. Place your bets. Oh my god, he's getting feared out of range of my camera. Chaos Bolt from the top of the mountain. Drain life heals through it. He nether ward Chaos Bolt again. One more hit. Destro's taking it. Destro is taking it. You're betting on the lock? That was a good bet. That was a safe bet. Safe bet. Oof. Someone just trying to duel me? I'm a resto druid, my guy. I don't think you want this. Wait, was that Walrix? Or is that a fake Walrix? I don't know if anyone else is queuing healer on the beta now, guys. Should we go in retail? Bro, I'm literally going to have to make a third druid because I feel like queuing at 2900, unless it's like prime time, is so pointless. Test? What are you testing, Sharp Dress Man? What are you testing? You got a Shadow Priest chasing or warrior chasing a Shadow Priest. Can a warrior actually beat a Shadow Priest? Last time I watched this duel, the Shadow Priest didn't take any damage. Oh. Heals a little bit. It's getting close. It's getting close. Void Torrent, he fakes the kick. He heals up. He's at 10%. Heals do nothing. He fades. He's on the run. Charge. Blade Storm. Warrior wins. Bro, I haven't seen a warrior beat a Shadow Priest out here yet. Walrix and Blizzo are different. Actually, let's check where my ranking is on my Boomkin. People have probably passed me with inflation. No one's passed me yet with inflation yet, dude. What the hell is going on? Yeah, I think it's super risky to queue at 2900 plus right now. Unless you know what you're like, you're queuing into a high lobby. Most people are tanking. Where's all the Resto Shamans? I've literally only queued into Prez Evokers and Resto Druids so far today. I think it's because Prez Evoker just got buffed, right? I think Resto Druid got buffed too, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Oof. Guys, I'm super damp. How do I undamp? What's up, Miracorn? We're trying to get some games going on the beta, but the queues are slowing down. Take some pre-workout. I can't do that, bro. It's not happening. No, I don't drink caffeine at all. I think I'm just having a slow day. I was honestly thinking about not streaming at all. I don't take days off. So like eventually my brain just gets like cooked. It's like an engine in a car. and I'm running with no oil, and I just run it 24/7. My brain's kind of cooked. I might honestly head off and just take it easy for the rest of the night. I think that's the plan here. Calisthenics. No, I just lift and walk. I walk and lift. That's all I do. I walk lift. I don't shop lift. I walk lift. But I think I'm going to call it here, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We got some good Resto Druid games in. I don't absolutely hate it, which I was concerned about with Resto Druid because I've fallen in and out of love with it throughout multiple expansions, but it's okay. I think it's okay. I'm not taking that. I ain't taking that, okay? So thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. I will see you next time.